Control flow is the order in which individual program elements are executed. Let's explore control flow in Ruby in this video. Ruby evaluates code top to bottom, and methods, variables, constants must be defined before they are used. It's not the same, for example, in JavaScript, where you have hoisting, which moves declarations to the top of their scope before code execution. Let's consider an example. And this is a dev console, and let's call function, say hi. And after that, let's define it. Function, say hi. Console log hello. In Ruby, such piece of code won't work because we are calling function before its declaration, but in JavaScript, if I hit enter, I see hello. And if you are curious, we see undefined here because function declaration by itself doesn't return a value, so the console prints undefined. A quick example, function say hi to, and we get undefined again. Conditional statements in Ruby include if, else, unless, case, ternary operator, and logical operators. The if statement executes code when a condition is true. For example, we have a variable x equal 10, and if x greater than 5, let's put x is greater than 5. Here we go. Ruby also offers the unless statement, which is like a negated if. For example, is raining equal false, and unless is raining puts it's a sunny day. Unless it is raining, it's a sunny day. That's what it means. And as far as is raining equals to false, we have it's a sunny day printed in the console. The case statement provides clean syntax for multiple conditions. For example, we have a variable status code equal 512, case status code when 200 puts OK, and else let's put unknown. In that case, we expect unknown to be printed because our status code is not 200, and that's what we are getting. For simple conditions, you can use statement modifiers or inline conditionals, as they're also sometimes called. Logged in equals true, and let's put welcome if logged in, and we are getting welcome. These are good for simple single line actions, and alternatively we might write it like this: if logged in puts welcome, and these are the same statements, but this one is much shorter and easier to read. Also, for concise conditionals, Ruby offers ternary operator. For example, we have a variable is member equal true, and result variable equals to is member, I don't know, for example, member price or regular price. This is just a shorter way of writing if-else statement called ternary operator. If this expression is true, then that part is executed. If false, the second, later part is executed. And Ruby evaluates this piece of code as member price because we have isMember variable equals to true. Ruby includes several looping structures. The while loop executes code while a condition is true. For example, count equals 1, while count less or equals 3 puts count plus 1. And the until loop is the opposite, executing until a condition becomes true. For example, again, count equals 1, and until count greater than 3 puts count, and let's increase count by 1. For iterating a specific number of times, Ruby offers various iterator methods. For example, let's have an array, and for each item of an array we want to execute. We want to print it multiplied by 2. And that's what we are having. And the for loop iterates over a collection, like a range or an array. For I in a range from 0 to 2, let's put number and that's what we are having. Number 0, number 1, number 2. These were pretty basic examples. Feel free to use it as a starting point for your own research. I left a few useful links in the description. Thank you for your attention.